It's Madden NFL 23, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC West rivals. It's the Chargers and the Silver and Black. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. This fielded right at the goal line. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field and he's creating with big throws downfield.
And here's a six-year man, Austin Eckler. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going deep here for Allen. And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Point after here coming up. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's caught by Hollister. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And able to get this to the 31.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
And the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing his car on third down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw his Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, catch made, it's Moreau. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success. Let's go, baby. Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
2nd and 4. Now Carr steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Raiders. Mac Hollins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Herbert on first down now. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Herbert. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Herbert now. He'll get this to Eckler.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert throwing again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Williams brings it in. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Carr going to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Carr now on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And able to complete it to Moreau. Touchdown! Foster Moreau from 13 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Chargers. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Extra point forthcoming. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17.
And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them the first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, now Carr. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Carlson is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll find Everett there, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Herbert back to the air. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To the air again, Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll they'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Carr. Complete to Cole. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Carr. Pass complete. It's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing his Carr. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Big third down, a field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. field goal. Carlson now sets up to kick this away. From the 6. Well, this one probably was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.